Bear with me, everyone. I'm setting up a little bit, see if I can get some music for y'all. Hello. Thank you, Peck, for the raid. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Can you hear me? Hi, Whoosh. All right, hello. Can you hear me? All right. How about the music? Do I need to turn it up? Can you hear it now? Okay. All right, good. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait a few moments and have some more people, wait to see if more people come in. forgot to do this beforehand, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, the fun of learning how to stream. There we go. So how is everyone doing tonight? Again, Peck, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. You are the first and second person to raid me. This sounds like it just keeps starting over and over, doesn't it? Yeah, let me load up a different. Let me load up a different soundtrack. I don't think y'all want to hear that. There. Well, hello, Rex. Yeah, we'll give it another minute and then we'll get started. Yes, you are, lady. Of course you are. Well, thank you for the follow, Rex. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, lady, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a bot set up so that I can have people do shout outs and the alerts for the follows, and it's all kind of messed up right now. I had a bot set up, I thought, with Stream Elements, but it's not working. Yeah, I'll have to look into them. So, but I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you, thank you. We'll go ahead and start with the story of the Dreamcatcher. Now, this story was told to me by my mother and my grandfather. So bear with me, I'm a little nervous. um, so we will go ahead and start with the story. Many moons ago, during a very bad winter, a medicine man had a dilemma. His grandson had been suffering from nightmares for quite some time, and was becoming weaker and weaker because of them. Fearing he would lose his grandson, he traveled to a high mountain to speak with the Great Spirit. His travels were fraught with storms so severe he wasn't sure he was going to even make it. After a great struggle, he finally made it to the top. He created a bonfire and prepared himself to commune with the Great Spirit. The medicine man lit sacred herbs and said many prayers, and finally the Great Spirit answered him. Go to the deep forests and seek out Grandmother Spider, said the Great Spirit. Take with you your finest beads and the best hoop you have. So the medicine man returned to his village, gathered the materials, as well as some sacred tobacco to offer as a gift to Grandmother Spider, as it was custom to give gifts when you visited someone. He traveled deep into the woods, searching high and low without any luck. The weather had cleared, but the snow was deep. Finally, he found a clearing in a copse of birch trees and decided to rest. He sat and communed with the nature around him, and suddenly he heard a faint sound of sweet singing. He followed the singing until he came upon many beautiful woven webs. In the center was Grandmother Spider. Haunatuka, great Grandmother Spider, he called in greeting. Haunatuka, she greeted back. Welcome, medicine man. Please sit by my fire and warm yourself. The medicine man sat by his fire and presented his gift to Grandmother Spider, who took it graciously. This is a grand gift, she said. Please tell me, why have you sought me out during these harsh times? The medicine man explained his dilemma, his quest to the Great Spirit, and what the Great Spirit had said. Grandmother Spider listened intently, nodding as the man told his story. When he had finished, she pondered for a moment and then responded. You see, said Grandmother Spider, all of life is a cycle. You are born, grow, and eventually return to Mother Earth. Just like the leaves of the tree, they are born, grow, and then when the time comes, they fall off the trees and return to Mother Earth. Give me the items the Great Spirit asked you to bring, and I will teach you the ways of the dream catcher. He gave her the items, and she began to weave. As she added a bead, she said, Within this cycle are good and bad spirits who are constantly at war. The bad ones like to prey on humans when they are asleep because they are more vulnerable. They said bad dreams to the sleeper to make them sick. The dream catcher catches these bad dreams and traps them in these beads. The good dreams are then allowed to filter through, down the webbing, and into the dreamer's head. In the morning, Grandfather Sun shines on the dream catcher, destroying the bad dreams. The medicine man listened as she spoke, weaving the intricate webbing. When she finished, she sung a little medicine prayer over the dream catcher. Sleep, little one, sleep tight. Never mind the bad dreams of the night, for I will keep the nightmares at bay and destroy them by the light of day. Grandmother Spider handed the medicine man the hoop. Now you know the medicine of the dream catcher. Go to your people and spread this wisdom. The medicine man gazed in awe at the dream catcher, tracing the web and marveling at its beauty. He thanked Grandmother Spider and made his leave. When he returned to his village, he told his people of his quest and placed the dream catcher over his grandson's bed. That night, his grandson had no nightmares and woke the next morning excited to tell his grandfather about his slumber. Many of the village heard of the miraculous medicine, and came to the medicine man for help. He taught his people the story of the dream catcher so that they too could share this medicine with others. And that is the story of the dream catcher. So there you guys have it. How the dream catcher came into reality through. This is the story of my tribe. Different tribes will have different stories. So you'll probably hear, quite a few different if you do some searches. Thank you, Rex. So now we'll go to the live stream. These are the materials that I normally use for dream catchers. I can't always get my hands on sinew, so I don't know if you can see this, but waxed dental floss works just as good. I take metal hoops and I'll wrap them so you just don't see the metal. This particular one I'm doing for a friend's cat. Her name is Bing, and he chose the color pink for her. So you'll see I have, a variety of beads over here and stuff that, um, you can. I like to choose so that I have enough to choose from. Rather than have too little, I kind of go a little overboard. Um, so, does anyone have any questions? Or I see you try to add that pony, so we'll try and figure it out. We'll get there, but at least there's stream elements. We do have it. Nightbot. Okay. I might need help setting that up unless it's something really simple to do. I'm surprised I learned as much as I could for Streamlabs, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, maybe after the stream or, within the next couple of days or whenever you're feeling up to it, we'll look into Nightbot and try and get that set up. All right. Bear with me, I'm just finishing up a cigarette and then we'll get started on how to make a dream catcher. And if you don't have the materials to join in right now, I'm going to set this video to save so that way you guys can rewatch it. Oh, okay. So yeah, just do a Google search on Nightbot and um, add Pony as an admin. Okay, that works. That sounds easy. Brain is not what it used to be. I wish it was, but work with what we have, right? Oh, lady, I just saw you hosted me. Thank you. I wonder what that sound was, and I look up at, the info, and it's like, oh, duh. See? That's my brain. Well, while we wait for me to finish my smoke, I can show you guys some of the different overlays. Peck did that one for me. I think he did awesome. I'm really, really, really happy with how it turned out. Like, very happy. When I finally decide to show my face, that'll be the cam for that. And then that is my stream ending scene. So I'm learning. I'm learning. Well, we could probably put it on intermission. We'll leave it. We'll leave it at his work. Yeah, he did a lot of work on that, and I'm very, very, very happy with how it turned out. Oh, that's sad, Pony. I do too, Rex. I actually love the triquetra so much I have it tattooed on the back of my neck. Someday I'll find it and I'll show it to you guys. Trying to use a webcam to show something, it gets all blurry and shaky. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm really big with nature, and so, of course, being part Native American, um, I grew up with a lot of that teaching. And on the other side of my family are the Scottish and Welsh, and a lot of that symbology comes in too. Oh, that sounds beautiful, Rex. That sounds really, really pretty. I would love to have a stained glass triquetra. Maybe that'll be a project I do down the line. Also, if there's any arts and crafts you might want to see, let me know. Chances are I might know how to do them. I'm kind of a magpie of arts and crafts, so. Alright, let's get this started for you guys. Can you still hear the music okay? Alright, awesome. Alright, so what you do is you get your hoop. You can prepare it with any kind of material, really. I used yarn in this one. I'll use leather, and sometimes I'll cut certain strips of fabric if they're really pretty and wrap them with that too. Um, and then you want to get a good amount of dental floss here. I'm doing a little more than an arm's length to start with. You can always add more, so uh, that's okay. And then you just tie on the floss, or if you can get your hands on sinew, which, believe it or not, is they do a process with animal intestines. I know. Sounds gross, but the Native Americans used everything on the animals. They hunted for food, and in a way to show respect. And sinew they used as a kind of thread and binding material. And that's more traditional. Um, and the hoop itself depended on what kind of, materials they had available to, like, the different vines and everything. So, all right. So to start, you take um, your floss and you lay it over the top, bring it around to the back, and bring it up in between this little thread here, and you position it where you want to. Oh, I should have put a bead on. See, there goes my brain, people. Welcome to my world. Alright, I'm going to add a little paper bead I made. It matches the color actually pretty well. And that looks about right. So I know it's just Monday now, but does anyone have anything fun planned for the, I gotta remember to keep my hands in camera here. Anything fun planned for the weekend? Yep, you just keep doing that all the way around the hoop. my mom used to explain it as the rabbit goes around the tree being, you know, the hoop, hops down into a hole and comes up out of another to escape the fox. And sometimes you need to move it around a little. Oh, nice. Any particular games in particular there, Rex, or something you've already played or continuing on? Was he that bad? I was only there for part of it last night, or this morning rather. Sorry, getting a drink here. What do I want to use next? Let's go with a pretty heart. Oh, well, I'm glad you guys had fun. It looked like you were having fun. But I was fading out finally, and I was like, well, I do need to get some sleep. No, I don't like the heart there. So, let's see. Let's put one of these on. Welcome back, Peck. Did you have a good shower? Yeah, I was hopeful it would. What did I do here? I moved the light some, so it wasn't so close, hoping that would help. So I was just telling viewers, I'm going to go ahead and have this video saved, so that way if people don't have the materials to do the Dreamcatcher with me right now, they have the option of watching the video later and being able to do it then. Or even like, you know, if they're watching now and want to think, well, you know, I want to try that, they'll have the video for reference. Okay. Thank you, lady, for all those shout outs and everything. I really appreciate that. I know it's not easy when the bot is not cooperative. Let's see here. What do I want to do? Alright, we'll do another paper bead. Now, one of my streams is definitely going to be how to make paper beads. They're really fun and easy to do. You don't need much. Just Elmer's glue, scissors, and scrap papers that are kind of colorful. I sometimes make my own and use different images of whatever I want to make a bead out of. I said thread and needle. We have to check you out, Peck. Oh yes, Pony, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. Now don't worry if your floss isn't even. It just makes the Dreamcatcher a little more unique. Okay, and we're going to add the final bead, which I think is going to be this pretty flower one. I don't know, you probably can't see it real well. No. It's a pink bead with white flower and a little pink center. I wish the camera would pick it up better, but that's alright. Alright, now you'll notice we're back to the beginning, and it's pretty, to tie it off, so you can start the next tier. You go through the hole between this floss right here and the metal hoop, and just like when you were going around, the rabbit goes in the hole, around, and comes back out, and then you pull it tight. And I like to use the tail from when you first tied on to tie another knot, just to make sure it's locked in place real well. And you've got your first layer. I like to make sure it's nice and tight because sometimes it can slip with it being waxed. There. Hi, hey girl, how you doing, hon? I've missed your streams. This is the start of the Dreamcatcher for Bing. I wanted my first stream to be for you and your beautiful little kitty. Alright, now to start the second round, you're going to go before this bead right here. The rabbit hops in the hole, comes back out, and you go about halfway. You bring that thing about halfway. See where it's tugging about halfway? Oop, moved a little too far. And that's okay, you can just slide it back. It's not 100% locked in place. Sometimes it can be a little finicky. And then, see how it pulls down? Thank you. Yes, this is for Bing. Our beautiful, beautiful Bing. Okay. Where's that heart? Alright, and I'll put on another bead. You go before that bead into your hole, And then you'll see the hole we have here. Pull it tight, about halfway. And then we find our next bead. Let's see, what do we have here? We've got one heart on. What do we have? That's the other hard part when you select too many beads. Sometimes it's a little hard to choose what one you want to put on next. But you know what? I find if you don't think about it much and just grab the first one that catches your eye, they turn out pretty amazing. Now don't worry if this goes slack. You can just pull it tight again, pinch it between your forefinger and thumb, and that'll hold it in place. The rabbit goes into the one hole. Oh. You don't have to put this many beads on. To start, I like to because it helps make it look a little more fuller. Oh, we're getting snuggle time in the chat room. Snuggle away, my friends. Now, Ryan, because our beautiful Bing is so special, I'm using Pandora beads, Swarovski crystals, handmade paper beads, some bone bead. Well, a bone bead, that's that. Let me see if I can show you once I... And then there's the... Nope, it's not showing. Oh, no. There's the paper bead. Yeah, they're not showing up great. So, and then I'm using a mix of other beads. So, you gotta get the bling for the kitty. Okay, where are we at? And then we're also using, you know, just glass beads too. Ryan, if you're still here, any word on your computer? Bear with me here, guys. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So, why is it taking so long to get your PC? Is it just because of availability and because of the whole COVID thing and everything? Okay. We're gonna add a pearl. Now, Ryan, because I consider you family, this pearl belonged to a necklace my great-grandmother Inza had. And the necklace had broken, and it was broken when she gave it to me. And she told me, when I find someone special, someone who I consider like family, to gift a pearl to them so that, you know, she would always be there and help protect and look after them too. So since I consider you family, Ryan, and Little Bing too, your dream catchers are going to have one of these pearls in it. Aww. No onions that I know of. I'm burning incense. But no onions. So, but yes, I very much consider you a big part of my family because you were so welcoming when I came in. Just so amazing and friendly, and getting to know you and seeing your kindness, you know, definitely consider. Oh, I love you too. So I love all you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I was a little nervous at first, as you guys could tell when I was reciting the story. You know, it was a little nerve-wracking, but I think I'm doing okay. Oh, hon, I'm not very worried about the viewer count. That's okay. But thank you. You know, this kind of arts and crafts isn't for everyone, and I understand that. You know, just like I don't expect many for like the calligraphy and stuff like that. Because calligraphy really is like a dying art. And, you know, sad as that is, you know, that's why I figured, you know, hey, why don't I stream teaching it? And, you know, eventually I'll upload things to YouTube and stuff like that, so that way maybe I can reach out to some people that way. But, you know, arts and crafts aren't for everyone, and that's okay. Oh, thank you. That's right, Ryan, you've never heard my voice. Well, I'm not sure I'll ever be a Master Rex, but, you know, having fun with y'all, that's my goal, is just to have fun. Okay. What bead do I want to do next? Now, some of these glass beads, Ryan, a friend of mine in Arizona made. Like the one I just put on. Yeah, webcam doesn't want to focus. looks clear, but it's got a pink hue. My friend made that one. So, believe me, I have bead stocks for days. I could make 100 dream catchers and still have beads left over. I'm a bead hound. So, and each, stuff, has different stories behind them and how I got them. So, all right, again, we reached the end, and we're gonna go ahead and tie her off. I'm gonna need to add some more floss there in a sec. Now to tie this one off, I go like we did before and pull it backwards and go tight. Then I pull it backwards and do like sort of the same so that it locks. Oh, lost a bead. All right. Yeah, you should see my craft stuff. Dressers and totes and more dressers and totes. I think about 80% of what I own is arts and crafts. So, seriously, when I say if there's anything you guys would like to learn, there is a high chance I know how to do it. Alright, so to add on extra twine, you pull out your lengths of twine, and I'd say it's probably a good 30 inches long for my second one. The first one was about the same, so anywhere between 30 and 40. The bigger dream catchers, you're going to be using at least a whole thing of floss. You just tie a knot in it. And because it can get slippery, I always tie a couple. Oh, Beck. How to answer that? I have done a few larger dream catchers. The largest one I have done was probably 4 feet tall, I want to say. Yes, this is arts and crafts, Beck. But yes, dream catchers I've done about 4 to 5 feet tall. They took me quite some time, as you can imagine. Just the amount of materials needed to do that. And I actually did that dream catcher for back in the day. They were called medicine men, but now they're kind of called spiritual leaders. So I did it for a spiritual leader as a gift because it had been 60 years worth of powwows he had organized and helped lead. So I figured something nice was probably in order for him, and I went ahead and made him one. Now this one is, this layer is where I start to not put beads on every turn, I guess you could say, on every line of the web. Okay, Peck. Oh, Pony, that's awesome. Thank you. Sorry, I get concentrated in doing these crafts, and it's like, you kind of get carried away. So, alright, let's see what we've got for beads now. I kind of want a light colored one. Ooh, I know. We are going to go ahead and put on a butterfly. A little story. Many of you know I had a cat named Ashton, who passed away a couple years ago. And we would sit outside, and these beautiful iridescent blue butterflies with black markings on them would just land on him and sit for hours just in the sun with him. And oftentimes I'd like sit there and read, and I'd look over and he's absolutely covered in these butterflies, and he's purring so loud I can hear him from where I'm sitting. So for me, butterflies also symbolize my kitties. They were also considered messengers and good signs of omen to many Native American tribes. So I'm going to go ahead and add a beautiful little butterfly to your bean catcher there. Let's see, what do I got? We'll put another one of these on. Oh, cool. I'm just going to go ahead and load the dream catcher up. Lots of bling for the bing. So how about you guys? What kind of arts and crafts do you all enjoy doing? Oh, I would love to see that, Rex. Yeah, painting can be... I have a friend that paints, and it can be relaxing at times and therapeutic, and that's when things go right. But it can also be rather frustrating, especially if the colors aren't going the way you want them. So yeah, I can definitely understand that. I try to paint. Let's face it, I am not good at drawing and painting. I still enjoy doing it. Mine are hands and eyes. Now I can do landscapes that, maybe Picasso would be proud of. But yeah. Ryan, I love that fish emote. He looks so derpy and so, like, I don't know, happy. Yeah, you can kind of cheat around wearing mittens. Yep. Let me tell you, Ryan, everyone I think is really missing your streams. We look forward to it because we can all hang out and be derpy together and no judgment, no lectures really. Just be ourselves and we're accepted. I gotta keep remember to try to do this in frame. Yell at me, people. If you cannot see what I'm doing, yell at me because I do. I get in the zone and listening to the Native American music and everything, I get even more in the zone. So sometimes the beads are very tiny and it can be very hard to find the hole. But no worries, lady. I am so happy you made it. I am like beyond honored and appreciative that you came and spent some time with me and you're shouting out people for me, so I appreciate that. So I understand people have lives. All right, I think in the next round, I'm not going to add any beads. I don't want it to look like too gaudy, you know. I always worry about how they look. All right, we're going to add a mini Swarovski crystal. Bear with me. I know I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. I don't have a picture of it, I wish I did. I had a lady that wanted a Renaissance style wedding dress with intricate beadwork, and all of the beads had to be these itty bitty tiny little Swarovski crystals. And you want to talk about time consuming. I'm thankful she got a hold of me like a year and a half in advance because it took busting my butt that entire year and a half. We're talking probably good 15, 16-hour days plus. Getting this dress ready, the fitting, the changes she wanted after the fact. I understand it's their special day. I have no problem with that. You know, just be considerate in knowing your artist may need more time than you think they do to create something that has not been made before. Okay. I hope I'm not boring y'all. I don't know. Maybe she forgot, which is okay. She has 3 kids and a sick husband at home. So, you know, she may be a little busy with that, so, which is okay, you know, there'll be more streams and she'll be able to come. All right, so we're done with this round. You're going to see this little two thread start from where we started our last this last round. What you're going to do is go through the actual hole between, you know, you see this little triangle here. You're going to go into that hole to start the tie. I should have done this with the last one. Pinch it to keep the line tight. Go through that first triangle you made with the butterfly. Bring it all the way back. Go, oh, I might have made this a little too long. That's all right. I won't have to add anything for the tail. Go behind. Make your hole for your rabbit to be able to jump back out of. And pull it tight. All right, I'm going to take a break here for just a moment. Give my hands a rest. That way, I'm going to turn it around actually so you can see how it's starting to look. So, sure, Peck. You don't have to. We know your mind. I'm not sure what I said, but you know, I'm sure I've said enough during this whole stream for you to have loads of fun with. Oh, the rabbit goes in and the rabbit goes out? Yeah. Yeah. I don't behave in your channel. Excuse me. I should have muted that. I'm gonna light some more incense. When I make these, I try to burn a good protective one. This is a sweetgrass, and I'll probably also burn some Nag Champa. Sweetgrass is, you know, of course, sacred to the Native Americans for blessing and cleansing and all that. Oh, good Lord, I've been live over an hour already. Doesn't feel it, wow. Okay. So this is just going to be a quick little round. Everything feels normally kind of snug right now, so I'm not going to pull it too tight. So we'll just continue on what we were doing. Go through, pull it halfway, I'm actually probably going to leave this a little loose so that way it gives me space to add more beads for the next round. So, and just keep in mind, you know, you don't have to copy what I'm doing. Your dream catcher is your own creation. You know, if you miss one and accidentally, rather than, you know, going through this one, say you go through that one, don't worry about it. You know, it makes them, you know, it's what makes them interesting and beautiful. Yep. I think, Peck, what was it? You had a 15-hour stream the other day? Or something close to that? Oh, wow. Yeah, Peck is our streamer that likes to stream very long hours and get next to no sleep. What time is it where you at right now? Oh, jeepers. And you're still going to get up tomorrow to do your gym stream too, aren't you? My word. Well, powered by coffee. I'm sure you're going to have an amazing stream, like always. Sorry, my voice is getting a little rough there. I'm not used to talking this much. But if you're going to stream, you know, it makes it a little less boring doing arts and crafts, you know, if you talk. Oh, okay. Well, I will be there. All right, I don't think I'm going to tie this off like I did last time. That was a little bit of a pain. What's going on here? Okay. Bear with me, folks. I did something wrong here. You'd think 38 plus years of doing this stuff. There. It's alright, I'll probably be up early again like normal. Okay. I think we'll look into doing 1 or 2 more rounds, and then we'll finish her off. There I go forgetting. We need to have a camera derp when Ams forgets to leave the project in camera. Yeah, I think next round will be our last. Peck, are you going to be doing more Deep Rock tomorrow? Oh, that's okay, hon. I was just asking if you were going to do some more Deep Rock tomorrow. Okay. Not 100% sure what that means, but I'm sure it's part of the game. Cam Derp. I am sure that is not the last time I'm going to do that. Tiff, there you are. How are you, lady? Welcome in, welcome in. Everyone, this is my childhood friend, Tiffany. We were, how do we put this? Adventurous partners in crime. Oh, don't worry about being late. I know stuff comes up, believe you me. So. Ooh, thank you for the follow, lady. I appreciate that. So my alerts are working. That makes me happy. I don't know if the image actually comes up or not. We'll have to rewatch the video to see. All right, I think sorry guys, just fixing something here right quick. There. So how's everyone at home, Tiff? No worry, Pep. My friend comes in and you leave. But I hope you have a good night and can get some rest. Oh boy. Well, just remember what we talked about on the phone, Tiff. Okay, I keep reading. Another screen dirt, people. Well, not screen, but camera. When it starts to get down tiny. It gets harder to see what you're doing. Aw, thank you. Yes, always remember the Om. Deep breaths. Let me tell you, people, if it was not for this woman, I don't know where I'd be. We crack each other up. I just wish we lived closer. Maybe someday. I know you never want to come back to New York. I hear we have a winter storm coming. 5 to 8 inches of snow. Fun times. I woke up this morning and it was 15 degrees out. Yeah, and Dad's sitting there bragging it's going to be 75 by, midweek. So I told him, you can stuff that 75 and I'll be sending you some snow. Nah. All joking aside, people, my father, we may not have had much of a relationship growing up, but, we've worked on it over the years, and I've come to learn he's an absolutely amazing man. And, I'm just so happy that he and I could reconnect. So. Oh, I wouldn't send it to you. I wouldn't do that to you, but Dad keeps bragging. He watches the weather for up here still. He's lived in South Carolina, 18 years or so? And, maybe less. He still checks the weather up here. And I think it's so he can rub it in that, he's sitting on the back porch on Christmas Eve. And, sit on his back porch in shorts and a t-shirt. Just kind of hanging out having a beer. And that's on Christmas Eve, folks. Okay. So Ryan, are you still here? Tiff, this dream catcher is one I'm making for, his name is Hey Girl in the chat. I am making it for his little kitty. Her name is Bing. She's absolutely gorgeous. So, if you're here, Ryan, I don't know how well you can see it. But that is almost a finished product for your little Bing's dream catcher. I just need to put on the bottom beads, which I may need just a little bit of floss to add to that, not much. And yes, Tiff, you definitely need to check out Ryan. He is awesome. Currently, he's waiting for a new PC, but I can give you the link later, so you can check him out some night. He is a phenomenal streamer. So is Sir Peckman and Our Lady Ponyta. Pony had to go a little bit earlier to help mod in another channel. While I am at it, let me see if I can do this. Alright, bear with me, folks. Getting a drink, bear with me. Wait for that to catch up. Oh. When do you start to get those crazy storms down there, Tiff? Is that later in the year? There you go, girl. You are now a moderator in my channel. So you can spank anyone who misbehaves. Not that I think anyone's going to misbehave, but you occasionally have the trolls. June to November. Okay, so you've got some months. Okay. Now, as I told in the story earlier, there's the web that, it's a little loose. Maybe I'll do another round. No, that's fine. That is the hoop that the bad dreams filter and go into the beads, and then the good dreams filter through, travel down the string, and into the dreamer's head. So we're going to pick some extra beads. Let's see here. What will go in that one? Oh, no, not that one. That one's missing a bead. Okay. Yeah, I remember when I lived in South Carolina, how much fun hurricane season was. Dad just had to replace his entire furnace. Some element of some sort went out, and yeah. not fun times. You know what? I think I'm gonna... I have to make sure I find beads that have holes big enough for the feathers to finish everything off. Okay. Oop. Dropped a bead. All right. And the cool thing is you can always hide what you add on with a bead. And then we'll move on to adding the feathers, and this dream catcher will be complete. I'm just tying on the little accent. My gosh, over an hour and a half, guys. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I very much appreciate it. Okay. Ooh. There we go. And then what I do is I feed up the last bit of the string up through a little bit. Sometimes it cooperates, sometimes it doesn't. It's okay. So, as I said earlier, our next day for arts and crafts is going to be Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be learning how to do calligraphy. You know, I'll go over the different tools and stuff like that that, you know, I use, and pros and cons of different ones. You know, it really is preference, you know. The three styles I use are dip pens, fountain, and markers. And if you want to learn along, I'll post tonight, you know, the different materials you can use and stuff. Oh, I forgot to trim off that tail. Might as well leave the scissors right there. Grab the feathers. So, plenty of these left over, which, like I said, I'd rather have too many than in the middle of a project, sitting there and trying to sort out and find beads during a project. Hi, Aubrey. How you doing? Typically, I choose a couple different feathers. This stuff I think would look nice. Yeah, I think that'll work. You know, and if I'm happy with how the feathers look, I will typically use a special glue to keep them in place. Feathers everywhere. Now, one of these feathers, Ryan, I had gone on a nature walk. I'm not sure if you're still here or not. And this feather came down and landed on my head. So, yeah. I kind of took that as, girl, come take me. So I went ahead. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I love when they're being stubborn. There we go. We'll get it worked out and glued. Okay, Ryan. There is Little Bing's dream catcher. So I hope you like it. I hope she likes it. Because it does have dyed feathers, you may want to hang it a little bit above where she cannot reach. You know, just a suggestion from past experiences, or else you will say bye-bye to those feathers. I thank everybody for joining me tonight. If anyone has questions, you know, I'll leave it on our beautiful intermission scene that Peck made for us. And we'll go ahead and sit and chat for a little bit. But if everybody is all ready, we'll go ahead and end the stream. So, and again, thank you everybody for being here and supporting me. It means more than I can say. So, very much super appreciate it. How's the other little minion doing, Tiff? Well, all right, everyone. It seems like there are no questions or anything like that, so I'll go ahead and end stream. Again, thank you for joining me. I very much appreciate it. And the next stream will be Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I hope you all have a wonderful night and day, and